One Art by Elizabeth Bishop. The art of losing isn't hard to master. So many things seem filled with the intent to be lost, and their loss is no disaster. Lose something every day. Accept the fluster of lost door keys. The hour badly spent. The art of losing isn't hard to master. Then practice losing farther, losing faster, places and names, and where it was you meant to travel. None of these will bring disaster. I lost my mother's watch, and look, my last, or next to last, of 3 loved houses went. The art of losing isn't hard to master. I lost 2 cities, lovely ones, and vaster, some realms I owned, 2 rivers, a continent. I missed them, but it wasn't a disaster. Even losing you, the joking voice, a gesture I love, I shan't have lied. It's evident the art of losing's not too hard to master, though it may look like, find it, a disaster. I don't lose things, or people, or places, and anything that happened to me has never felt like loss. I have no idea what she's talking about, literally no idea. In order to have loss, you have to feel like you owned something first. You had something.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a boyfriend, or you have a house, or you have any number of things. I don't feel like I have anything.
Okay.
I have the luck of having presence of certain things and people in my life, and when they choose to go or when things don't work out, that no longer is there, and that's that.
You do have attachment to things, in a
Sure.
way. Right. Mm-hmm.
Well, no.
That's really short no.
No, but you see, I guess this really happens. Oh God, this is difficult. It coexists. It's not one thing. It coexists on multiple levels. If the cat's not sitting on your lap, it doesn't mean that something's wrong. You see? Like, it's just around. It's elsewhere. It's maybe in somebody else's lap. It's okay. So, that part, there's no actual attachment, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is there is the appreciation and the gratitude and the joy and the good memories and all these things that are tied to it. So I think that if you approach life from the perspective closer to that cat idea of saying, the things I have in my life, I'm grateful for them for one thing, and I am not entitled to them at all. I'm not entitled to my cat coming on my lap. You're not. The cat will decide whether it wants to. So, in my view, that's maybe the way to look at it, to say your whole life, everything you own, everything you like, everything that's meaningful to you, to say it's like a cat. It happens to be here because it wants to, this cup, it's really important for me. It came from Turkey. I have a very strong connection to that cup. Well, it happens to want to be here. One day it may break, or my husband breaks it when he's washing it, or something happens. So as long as it's here and it's in my lap and I'm very happy and thank you very much, and that's the gratitude. And when it's not, so what? So I had spent 10 years being sick, not knowing what it is, and I have lost 10 years of my life. Do I think they were lost? No. Technically I have lost them. Like, I couldn't go out, I couldn't sometimes go down the stairs or up the stairs in our house. So, it was pretty severe. But at the same time, I found ways to do something I cared about. So I was working in nonprofits. And the reason why I was working in nonprofits is because they allowed me to deliver on non-standard basis. They were not having deadlines for me. They were happy I did something for them at all, and so I was able to be useful somehow. I guess I find the work or things I can do within the circumstance, and I find them satisfying. I really don't experience the loss of things that have been, but I'm really sensitive to lost potential.
Okay, that's interesting.
Okay,
Yeah.
like the things that could have been. And
In the future.
Yeah, that I either assumed would be, or I can see someone go in a certain direction. This is particularly with when I'm guiding other people, and I see their talents or I see their abilities, and I hope that they're gonna get through whatever is blocking them, and we're working on it, and we're working really hard, and then they don't. And to me, that hurts, because I saw where they could have been, and it's not like a disappointment thing, because again, that's their journey, not mine. They need to know what they need to know, but like that potential gets me really excited, because I'm a visionary. I can really easily imagine what they could be doing, and it's really exciting. And the fact that it doesn't happen or something, then that becomes really sad. I felt that since there is a point of loss, I have two items. I have my dog's favorite toy. This is his hedgehog that was in his bed when he died, or just before we took him to the vet, and we came back and there it was. So that's nostalgia. That's a level of pain that's there because I can no longer have him. But that's actually attachment, isn't it? That's actually not even a loss issue. That's a thing I want and I can't get it. So that's a completely different feeling yet. This is, let me put it here for you. This is a set of keys that we found in the basement after my dad died. And he worked on trains as a conductor. And this is how he opened all the train doors. And this is a key for a car on a train. And it just, to me, it was, I don't know, it was just left there for years, I guess. And it was such an item that he handled all the time. And that this idea of opening the doors was such a beautiful idea. So I was like, well, all the things I could have after my dad, that's the one I want. So that's what we kept. And it was really interesting because the way I see myself, honoring him is through doing things that I'm like continuing reconstructing the summer house the way he wanted it, or probably not the way he wanted it, but like the next level, And I'm always like, because he's buried up there, so I always say on the way, I was like, Dad, what did you do with that wiring of the electricity? Like we have these conversations where where it was just funny to me. And I just kind of feel like the best way to deal with the loss is to make them proud and make them do what they would have wanted you to do. I think practice losing farther and losing faster. I think that's really what we're talking about here. That not necessarily what follows in there, but that one line, you do need to practice, right? Like that letting go process, which is really what we're talking about, I guess. It's a lot of practice. That's like many forms of it. It's got, in the teaching that we do, there's 7 kinds of letting go. So there's like a whole system that we're teaching. And among them is letting go of stuff. Because like stuff, right? It works. That would be a way of letting go. Then letting go through forgiveness is a big one. Forgiveness yourself and other people. So there's lots of spiritual practice that needs to happen in order to let go. So I think that part is the truth. Like, and doing it fast. To just not dwell on it and not worry about it, and it's just like, it happened yesterday, it's yesterday's news. That's it.